Hi, my name is Jordan Dolman. I'm the product manager for NI's switching products, and this is NI Week 2011 and the multi-purpose tester with high-density switching. So this demo over here features the NI SwitchBlock, which is a 4-slot wide ultra-dense matrix, along with a DMM, SMU, scope, and ARB. And what we're doing here is showing the power of a high-density matrix to enable multi-site testing on a general-purpose tester. So all of these instruments, all these devices are actually hooked up to our device under test over here through the switch matrix. And our device under test in this case is a data acquisition system with a large number at 32 times 4, so 128 ADCs on the data acquisition system. Now, up here in software, what I'm showing is the user interface for the switch matrix. I'm also showing the user interface for my tester, and so what we're going to do is first test one single ADC, or analog to digital converter. And the two tests we're running are a linearity test to compare the results of our data acquisition system to our DMM. And so we're going to source a voltage ramp using the source and measurement unit, and we're going to measure that back using both the DMM and the ADC and see the difference. And so we've actually plotted the difference in this graph up here. Following, we've got a bandwidth test where we're generating a sweep with our arbitrary waveform generator, and then we're reading back that sweep using both our scope and our ADC from our data acquisition system. And we're comparing the difference and watching as the amplitude drops off of the measurement using the ADC as we get to higher frequencies. If I click on the second tab, you can see we're doing the same test, but now we're doing it over and over and over on all the ADCs on our data acquisition system. And in the lower half of the screen, you can see there's a lot of switching going on. There's lots of connections being made in the switch matrix. And not only are they being made between the instruments and the data acquisition system, all the ADCs, but we're making them in parallel. So I'll click this to run one more time, and you can see we've got two parallel tests running so that we can run the linearity test and the bandwidth test on separate ADCs in the data acquisition system at the same time. So this increases throughput for your testing, and it's all enabled through the use of a switch matrix. The last thing I want to show right now is the Switch Health Center. So this is a brand new piece of software that we have for the SwitchBlock, and I'm going to disconnect all of my wiring using this Virginia panel mass interconnect. Then I'm going to go ahead and run the Switch Health Center. And what the Health Center is going to do is go ahead and test all of the relays inside my switch block for stuck open and stuck closed fault conditions. So you can see here we've got this relay board that's kind of going from white to green as each relay is tested for open and closed fault conditions. Once the testing is done, I can generate a report, and we're going to have an HTML report that actually shows the results of this test. So you can see the graphical depiction of each relay card. You can see all the relays are in good condition. You can also see, if I click on the Show All Relays, each individual relay has passed their test, and you can see the relay counts for every single actuation that the relay has undergone since the board was manufactured. So a lot of great information for preventive maintenance and also for just debugging code available in the Switch Health Center. Now that we're done, we can redock our ITA onto our receiver. We can close the Switch Health Center, and then go ahead and run a quick continuity test to make sure that everything has been connected successfully. And as we can see here, all blue results, everything looks good, and that's made possible through our mass interconnect to disconnect all of this wiring, all of these hundreds of switch connections between our device under test and our instruments in one single motion. So that's it for the NI SwitchBlock and Virginia panel demo, and have a great NI week.